So you got digital marketing skills and you dream of going freelance? In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can earn yourself a living
working from home.
Hello, I'm your host Casey. I'm a digital alchemist, and today I want to share with you how your digital marketing skills can help you break away from the 9 to 5 and earn yourself a living. We often think that we must be absolute experts before we can help others, and that is a mistake that we're all guilty of. Now, the truth is that, of course, it's better if you're an expert, but nobody was born an expert of anything. You become an expert by practicing, by diving into it, by being obsessed about something, and by experience. The combination of these factors will determine whether you get there sooner or later, but the point is, if beginner is graded at level 0 and expert is graded at level 10, then if you are in number 2 or 3, you can be of great help to a level 0 beginner. It may even be easier for that person to progress with you because you were in their shoes not that long ago. And the same principle can be applied to business opportunities as long as you aim at the right target. So falling back on the topic of this video, let's say that you have some experience in digital marketing that you may have learned by trial and error or by working in an agency, and you've already helped businesses progress online. At some point, this will become normal for you, so you may not see the value in what you do because you're expected to deliver results and it becomes a routine. Now, I'm not saying that you have to have delivered multi-million dollars viral campaigns. I'm just saying that you are assigned a client, you work on a specific online campaign, and your client gets qualified leads with the metrics indicating that if your client does this part the right way, then your work has provided value for them. That's what I'm talking about. Now, something I've noticed in agencies is that either they are very expensive, and that's because they have a wide team of very qualified people that they have to pay, or you will find very cheap agencies, but you will get what you pay for. They will only provide you with basic functionalities that are probably automated or performed by people who have no clue what they're doing. And usually you spot those low-end agencies because the only word they keep repeating over and over before you do business with them is the word
Yes.
I've experienced that myself in a project where I had to outsource because we just had too much work and crazy deadlines. So we found an agency that promptly replied to our inquiry. They were willing to do the work. And it went something like this. Can you deliver this in 7 days? Yes. For that price? Yes. What if we want this option?
Yes, we can.
It sounded great, but when the time came to harvest, although they were willing to do good, the work was very, very amateur. There was no way on earth we could have delivered that to the client, so the consequence is that we had to work double shifts in order to be able to make everybody happy, except us, of course. But that, my friend, is an opportunity because only medium to big companies really have the budget to work with quality agencies. And on the other end of the spectrum, solopreneurs and small businesses have to deal with cheap, yes, agencies, which are just a waste of time and money. So that's where you can fit in by targeting solopreneurs and very small businesses that are quality conscious, which means that either they're naturally conscious that quality comes with a price tag, or because they've worked with low-end yes agencies in the past and they want to step up. So how can you position yourself so that you can offer both quality and a fair price point? Number 1, build yourself a portfolio. Building yourself a portfolio before you start offering your services will help you tremendously down the line, and your portfolio may become your best salesman. As I've shared in another video, before you start freelancing, it's a bit like the story of the egg and the chicken. You need a portfolio to get clients, but you need clients to build a portfolio, right? So instead, what you're going to do is to choose a handful of businesses that you want to work with, and you will make them an offer that they can't refuse by offering them your services free of charge for a specific time and purpose. For example, 2 months and 1 online campaign, making them sign an NDA stating that they may not disclose the fact that the services were provided free of charge. And very important, you will actually quote them the price that they would have had to pay without that opportunity. This has the advantage of not lowering your work and instead giving it value, and also the day they want to hire you, they know what to expect. Number 2, niche down or niche down depending on where you grew up. Now, let's say that you worked for an agency where you learned your craft in digital marketing. And let's say that you noticed that projects from the plumbing industry were the easiest for you to help and develop online, while projects from the pharmaceutical industry paid better but involved a lot more work. Then you could start with targeting plumbers because that's where you'll be most helpful for your clients and for yourself because you'll be efficient while spending less time on each project, thus more profit and more happy customers and testimonials. Now, of course, you can experience with different niches, especially when starting out, and focus on the ones where you are most helpful, that you enjoy the most, and that bring you good profit. 3. Create systems. If you start a one-person operation, you need to be tactical because, contrary to the agency life, you will most than likely be on your own when starting out. And every task, every hour, every minute will have its importance. So creating systems or processes that can streamline your work will help you big time. And the hidden advantage is that the day you need to hire someone or outsource to serious freelancers, you will have easy to follow guidelines that will help anyone you take on board get started in no time. So for example, for this YouTube channel, I actually spent quite some time figuring out how to organize content research, naming conventions, folder structure, project naming, content schedule, video shooting, video editing, and so on, so that I always know what to do next and could bring anyone in the process should I need some help. So you need to spend time figuring that out for yourself and your business, but you're not alone on this road. And on this channel, I will share with you the tools and processes that help me speed up my work and not feeling completely overwhelmed. Sometimes a single tool can cut your workload in half, if not more. 4. Network, but not the way you think. Now, you may think that the only way to network is to use your own craft and market yourself online. Now, sure, you should do it, especially if it's your core business, but one way to get started and get better qualified leads is to join local meetup groups where you meet people face to face. I came to this conclusion after being invited to a few local events and being introduced to business owners that needed digital services, but because they're always so busy or are afraid of being taken advantage of, they never really took the time to search for professionals that could help them hop on the digital train. Now, don't forget that although you may be all in the digital age, many people still don't know much about the digital world apart from Facebook and Twitter. So when you are being introduced in such events, it creates trust because they get to meet a real person and make themselves an opinion about you. And something I've noticed is that oftentimes those leads convert much better, they do repeat business with you, and are more focused on quality than on price. And also, they refer you to their own networks. So, especially when starting from scratch, this is a source for potential clients that is often overlooked and that you should definitely not underestimate. And networking in such a way has another advantage, which I will develop in my next point. Number 5, build partnerships. We've talked about cheap yes agencies that you should never partner with. But on the other way, when you find valuable partners, they should be treated as gold because they can become a true asset for your business and help you build a real business instead of a job for yourself. So for example, if you're providing excellent digital marketing services that help plumbers reach new leads online, you will need professional level graphics that will be used in ads. But let's say that you completely suck at graphic design. Instead of finding new graphic designers for each project, it would be much better to partner with a graphic designer that aligns with your values and that you can rely on. It will give you peace of mind letting you focus on your craft while they take care of the design, and also it will ensure design consistency throughout the various projects for a specific client. So, where do you find such partnerships? Well, on one hand, it's you and your luck, but as I touched on the previous point, local meetup groups can definitely help you find such partnerships because there is a sense of trust that is essential in these kind of business groups. Now, I'm not saying it's all perfect, but at least in my experience, it's way easier to find trusted professionals in those groups than behind the somewhat anonymity of websites like Fiverr, Upwork, and so on. Now, it is totally possible to find great partners on websites like Fiverr and Upwork, but it takes different strategies and the luck factor is way higher in my opinion. So I hope that this video inspired you to start thinking about building your own digital marketing services because freelancing in digital marketing can be very rewarding if you love doing that and if you can help solopreneurs and small businesses that need the help of someone just like you. Now, I'd like to know, are you thinking of starting your own digital marketing services or did you already take the big plunge and what's your experience about it? What are you struggling with? Let me know in the comments of this video, and by the way, you find the companion blog article with all the links on my website casino.com, and of course you'll find a direct link in the description of this video. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up as it really helps growing this channel. And if you know someone that could benefit from it, please share it now, because let's face it, there are so many things to do in a day that if you don't do it now, you probably forget. Now, if you want to brand, market, and grow your business in the digital age, make sure you subscribe and smash the notification bell so that you never miss a share of digital alchemy. And if you are interested in tips, tools, services, and case studies that can help you grow your business online, then go to casino.com/newsletter and subscribe to my email newsletter. So I hope to see you in the next video. And in the meantime, do you know what time it is? I think you do. It's time to invest
In your success.